Hello, and welcome to J.P. Murray's Association Hustle Podcast. President of the Murray Company, JP's mission is to arm today's associations with insight and strategy to thrive in a progressively complex and competitive business landscape. 21st century associations must move forward with a little bit of hustle and revenue development at their core. Here's JP.
Hey, it is JP Murray. I'm so grateful to be with you, coming at you every single week with tips, tools, just observations. I talk about things that I'm witnessing, experiencing, observing in the association, small business leadership areas, and I want to pass them along to you in just kind of a thoughtful, kind of unique, hopefully authentic way. This is kind of the way I roll. This is the way I talk about things, and I hope you find them helpful to you. That's certainly why I'm doing it. Here's 5 areas that I see as very important in 2021. Oh my gosh, is this crazy or what? If we're really paying attention to businesses and their behaviors, our sponsors, our members, and small businesses, we have opportunities to serve them better. So first, integrate your government relations team with your business development work. We have more tangible government relations offerings maybe than we've ever had. If you don't just report what's happening, but you interpret new developments in government relations, in regulations, in things that are going on in Washington, D.C., because I think your members are more sensitized than ever about what's happening and its direct effect on them. You know, we developed a lot of goodwill when we were helping our members interpret rules and providing how-tos about how to navigate things. This needs to continue with regular digital updates. I'm amazed at how advocacy, a clear and distinct part of our value proposition, in fact, it's really one of the unique things that associations can do that other groups can't, is so separated from our membership recruitment and retention program. A formative part of my association career was with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, so maybe I have a bias of connecting advocacy and business development. But I have to tell you, if we didn't have the government relations value well articulated, we didn't have membership value, and we didn't have members, period, and we didn't have the resources we needed to win. So I think it's really important, probably always was, to connect these two in a very integrated way. I used to see just major fissures and gaps and canyons in relationships and collaboration between government relations professionals and your business development folks. The more connected they are, the more successful you'll be. The second thing I see associations able to do is embrace the efficiency of digital. Probably at the highest levels of our membership, we see improved participation. Board of director engagement from companies that you used to have to beg to come on board or beg to come to the board of directors meeting are now participating regularly. Learn from that. Continue to do it, because I think we see the efficiency, and certainly CEOs and executives from across the country are learning the efficiency that they're getting from digital interaction. That doesn't mean you don't get together ever again. But certainly this should be a big component of how you bring chief executives together in the future. The third thing is kind of related to that. Small group execution, I think, will be very important. What I kind of foresee is small in-person meetings, which are maybe regional, geographically in nature, will come back first. Digital programs, though, of small groups which deep dive into details will also be very important. And those small groups might also be a good place to insert sponsors or suppliers that want to hear that type of industry dialogue. The associations that are able to facilitate these little small group interactions, whether it's in person or whether it's digitally on different platforms, I think are going to be ahead of the game. Think about these as small focus groups. Also, it's great for the association staff to be able to facilitate and organize these, because it connects your staff to your members more, and they're going to hear how your members are thinking, and when they hear that, they're going to be able to represent and be more valuable. The fourth item, data and information. We've talked about this a lot, but man, I really see it coming to the forefront right now. You may succeed by spending some time by performing some serious list hygiene on your organization's contact data. Lots of changes have occurred with existing member companies, different executives in place now. But also we are having some sales success by prospecting our own companies for the association. We're going outside of the association's list and we're finding new companies within their industry sector. Why? Well, probably because the association list is really quite tired. The offer received by the same companies and contacts over and over again. Frankly, why do you expect a different answer from them? I'll give you a specific example. We're currently selling for an association in transportation that has a big in-person, frankly, trade event coming up. We went outside their usual list of suspects, people that were still connected to the industry, people that would still get value, but have never really had any interaction. We're having some great conversations there, and we're closing some big deals because they're looking for new opportunities as well. So, yeah, these folks that get the stuff every year from you, that's fine, but develop some new companies and some new contacts even within your existing companies to kind of have a fresh set of eyes on your value. I think you're going to have some success there. And finally, number 5, personal connection over email. People are craving and grateful for the personal connection, the phone call, the written note, just, hey, how you doing? Or super job. Super job. That means your customers, your staff, hey, maybe your suppliers and vendors. Maybe they're doing a great job for you. Let them know that. Develop some kind of personal connection. The member that renewed for the 20th time deserves a more personal thanks. I think there's one thing that's absolutely clear. We kind of miss each other. So the more you can communicate with them personally, I think that is an association survival essential matter in this next year and maybe moving forward. So those are the 5 tips that I've got for you today. I hope they're helpful. I'm absolutely committed to your success. And in fact, if you listen to this podcast and you'd like a free copy of my first book, Association Hustle, send me a note. My email is jp@murraycompany.com. Can't wait to chat with you next week. Bye-bye.
We hope you enjoyed this edition of JP Murray's Association Hustle Podcast. We'd love to connect with you. Check out our blogs at murraycompany.com and subscribe to our weekly newsletter. You can also connect with JP on LinkedIn and Twitter @JP Murray, as well as the Murray Company's Instagram and Facebook page. To purchase a copy of JP's book, Association Hustle, Top Strategies for Association Growth, go to jpmurray.com.